Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. It's your one and only Jude Ongbaramuko. Please join. Let's give a few more minutes. Please, once you join, let me know that you're around. You can just give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Who is in? Hello. It's a beautiful afternoon, a Saturday afternoon. How was your week? I hope it went well and it was a successful one. You know I'm your success broker, right? Yes, let's wait for a few more minutes. Yes, people are coming in. Okay. Please let me know where you're watching from. Hello everyone. Let me know where you're watching from. Yes, please join. So today we are going to be discussing a very interesting topic. And oftentimes people talk about success. How do we really attain that success? By helping others. So what we're going to be discussing this afternoon is how to achieve success. 11 ways you can achieve success while you're helping others. Okay? Yes, welcome. Who do we have in the house? Welcome. All right, please join. Just a moment, please. All right, so a very good afternoon to you. It's a sunny afternoon here in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Then we're going to be discussing how to help people while you are also succeeding. You will be succeeding and also helping others succeed. So that's basically what we're going to be talking about. And I'm just going to like this session to be interactive. So please, while we are interacting or while I'm just speaking, you can leave your comments on the session below. And then let's see how much of you will be following. All right, so the number one thing I'm going to talk about today is helping intentionally. Okay, so how can you help someone intentionally? It could be your family member, it could be a friend, it could be a business partner, a potential business partner. It could even be a church member or a mosque member or whatever you call your religious person. It could be a stranger, complete stranger. So you need to really help intentionally. You need to come out and present yourself to help. Not helping because you really want to get something in return, but because you are really intentional about the need to affect lives. Okay? So number one is helping intentionally. You know, sometimes I had this friend of mine who came to me. That happened about 2 years ago, September to be precise. And he came to me, he said, Jude, there's this thing I would like both of us to get on. There's this business he would like us to do together. And then I accepted. He said, okay, he's going to bring in some money to invest in it and get some equity. Yes, he had the intention to help, but I tell you, he was requesting for almost everything. You see, such a business is not a viable one because you stand a great risk. Yes, you needed help at that time and you needed to get your business to where it should be. Maybe you are a startup and you're just beginning to gain traction with some business ideas, and then somebody comes to you, oh, I want to invest in this business. Do you really have the intention to invest or to help the person get above the ground, or is your intention to take over the business? Okay, so that's why I said the first thing is to help intentionally. That's the first thing you need to do. So let me just put this up. Okay, just hold on. I think we're having... Okay, so you need to help intentionally. The number two, so let me put it here. Number one is help intentionally. Number one, help intentionally. Okay. So the number two thing you need to do is sharing knowledge. Okay? So whatever you think you know, at whatever level you are in life, whatever it is you are good at, if it is makeup artistry, if it is starting up a business, if it is how to venture into a business, if it's how to set up an e-commerce, if it is how to pray, whatever it is you think you know, there are people out there that will benefit from it. And trust me, you don't have to schedule a webinar or have a live session to share knowledge. It can be within a small space or a group of people. You see? So the second is being able to share what you know. Share your knowledge. That's the second. So number two is sharing knowledge. Sharing knowledge. Okay? Number three. I'm typing it here. So I'm going to pin this down. So the number three thing you need to do in order to be successful while you are also helping others is find out what is valuable to the people you are helping. Now, there is a popular saying that says, people do not know how much you know until they know how much you can help. Nobody cares about how much you know until they know you care. All right? So that is it. No one knows how much you care or how much you know until they know how much you care. So that is it. So the number three thing is find out what is valuable to the person you want to help. If I am interested in IT, you will not come with agro-business to me. Okay? So you want to find out what really is valuable to this person. Just yesterday, I was discussing with a very good friend of mine, and then she happens to be somebody who loves the e-commerce business. She's so interested in e-commerce. She has driven her dream up to a certain extent. And then I reached out to her just randomly. I called onto her. I said, hi, how are you today? Just to build a communication with her. I said, I see you do XYZ. You are into the e-commerce business. Tell me more about it. And then she told me a little of what I should know. The next question came. I said, okay, so how am I going to be relevant to your business? How can I help? Okay, so I think that question came, it was more like a shocker to her because she wasn't expecting that reaction to come from me, how I can help. Most of the time, people always want to know what you can do for them, not really what they can do for you. So rather than going asking people to help you, rather than going asking them to do this for you or do that for you, how about you asking them, how can you help? How can you help them? How can you help them achieve the success they've always wished for? that thing that is most relevant to them, how can you contribute to it? It could be as little as providing a solution to a particular problem. It could be an act of referral. You can even refer them to someone who can achieve that aim for them or that purpose. It might not even be financial. It might be a form of accompanying someone to somebody who can help. So it's always important to find out what is really relevant to the person you are trying to help. So that's number 3. I'm going to also pin this down here. Find out what is relevant. What is relevant to the person. So find out what is relevant to them, okay? That is the 3rd point. Okay, number 4. I've talked about sharing knowledge, which is number 2. Number 4 is sharing your resource. Now, the resource, I mean, could be even a ticket. It could be a movie ticket. Maybe somebody, you know, you have a movie ticket that has been sitting in your wardrobe, you've not used. You have a book that will be relevant to somebody. The book has just been laying fallow on your shelf. That book can be relevant to somebody else. It can empower somebody. It can transform somebody's life. So sharing your resources is one helpful way to also be successful, because that person you are helping out, that person you are sharing your resource with, when the person makes it tomorrow, you will be part of the person's success story. Okay? So sharing your resources. Sharing your resources could be even helping somebody with a drink. You do not know what somebody is facing. There are too many problems in this life. The person standing next to you, even at the bus station or at the train station, might be the only chance the person has to survive or to live. But you, oh, hey, how are you? Exchanging pleasantries with that person might be the turning point in that person's life. People are passing through so many challenges. Oh, in fact, some people say, in our local parlance, we say, problem no dey finish. Problem no dey finish. And really, of a truth, the troubles in this life doesn't end. So how you deal with it depends on how you can also give out to somebody else. So giving your resources, sharing your resources is one very interesting and very simple way to make it in life. You cannot give if you have not settled within yourself. If you're not settled within yourself, you can't give, right? So first you have to love yourself. Find it interesting to share your resource with others. I'm telling you, life will change. I remember some time ago when I was working with a teaching hospital in Delta State. You know what happened? There was a day I was just on the ward there. A patient was critically ill and we needed to transfuse the patient. The patient happened to be a Jehovah's Witness. Of course, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses do not take blood. I was on duty. That day, I was on a night duty. I hadn't eaten. I didn't eat before my shift because I had a journey I had to travel about 2,000 kilometers before I got to that shift that day. I was coming from the village. You know what happened? I looked at this patient who needed blood. The family members had refused to take blood. Doctors came, they advised the patient. The patient still refused. The woman said no, that she would rather die. When the situation became really critical, there was now a need to urgently transfuse her. Of course, you know the processes. For those of you who work in the hospital, you know the processes involved in getting the blood to transfuse a patient. It needs to go through a series of tests and all that. The only help we needed at that time was for somebody who will voluntarily donate blood. The woman did not have enough funds for that as well. Somebody who has not eaten, I had to rush out to take a bottle of malt drink just to get strength, and then I went into the lab and then I was bled. After the bleeding, I went back to the unit and told the woman that she has blood in the bank. She should go to the bank and ask her relative to go to the bank and receive the blood. That was the turning point. That was the time the woman believed that blood was really essential. You see it? So what point am I trying to make here? The blood at that time was what she needed. She didn't need money. She needed blood to sustain her. Blood was a resource I knew I had. I didn't have sufficient funds to give to her to support her treatment, but I had blood to give. That is a resource. That has transformed her life. Till today, I've had a very good connection with the woman and her family. That tells you how important it is to share your resources. And I tell you, at any point in time I need something, excuse me, sorry about that. So at any point in time I needed something in this life, somebody somehow comes to my aid. It has always been working. Somebody somehow comes to my aid. This is one very easy way to succeed. Even the holy books have said it, and I believe it's the same in the Quran. Right? You only get help when you are helped. So give and it shall be given unto you. That is it. So the number 4 is sharing your resources. Let me put it there. Sharing your resources. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Please welcome. Sharing your resources. If you are getting value from what I am saying, please give a thumbs up there. If you are getting value, please give thumbs up. Thumbs up. Let me see it flowing. Yeah. Give a thumbs up. Number 4 is sharing your resources. Point number 5. How to be successful while you are helping others. Point number 5. Sharing opportunities. Sharing opportunities. Yes. See, many of you used to know me to be a nurse. I've practiced as a nurse for several years, up to 14 years now. And one of the times I was working in Abu Dhabi, there's this gentleman that I stumbled on. The first day I worked with him in the emergency department, he was thrilled. He came to me, he said, "Hey buddy, how are you?" I said, "I'm good." He's from Belgium. And then he said, "I have just gone through your profile and I think you are disguising." I said, "How do you mean?" He said, "Yes, that my profile looks so rich that would I mind getting on another opportunity aside from the bedside nursing I was doing at that time." I said, "Oh, that would be nice, but let's see how that pans out." The following day when I got to work, this guy gave me a contact. He said, he just made a comment. He said, "Jude, stick around." And then fast forward 6 months after that time, he came to me to tell me that there was an opportunity for a recruiter, but that he wasn't sure if I would be interested in the opportunity to work as a recruiter, a clinical recruitment specialist. Just imagine coming from nursing, from the bedside, now to work as a recruiter with a multinational company. At that time, I said, well, I'm open to opportunities. That was the turning point. So for me, he helped me to achieve or to get to where I am today. Until tomorrow, I'm still appreciative of that. He turned my life around. Sharing opportunities. You might see a job opportunity or a business opportunity and you do not know how to go about it. I mean, come to think of it, you have somebody who requires an SEO specialist to manage his website or to manage his e-commerce business. You know for sure that you don't have such experience. You know for sure you have never tried it. You know for sure that you cannot do it. That opportunity is sitting there right on your desk. What stops you from just using your share button and sharing that out? Just the same way I'm speaking to you now. You can affect a life by sharing this live broadcast to somebody. This might be relevant to somebody out there. Share opportunities. Share opportunities. Somebody is having a presentation and you know that this person is speaking sense. He's having a webinar. You know somebody out there that can benefit from the webinar, but you decided just to hoard your knowledge. Hey, you are only as good, or the legacy you are going to leave is the number of people or the number of lives you have affected. Hey, but you know, this life we're just passing through is a journey. And somehow, this journey is in a sphere. It's in a sphere. It's like a spherical journey, spherical movement. So when you are moving, coincidentally, you might still end up meeting the same person that you have met 5 years ago. The same person that you probably would have given an opportunity to that you did not give. And that person might be the one to transform your life 7 years to come. So please, point number 5 is sharing opportunities. Share. What do you stand to lose when you share? When you share your knowledge, what do you stand to lose? When you share a job opportunity, what do you stand to lose? But you have everything to gain. You have everything to gain. Where I am today, or whatever it is that I've achieved today, I have people at various places that have really helped out. And I want to, on this live video, there is a particular friend of mine I will still need to appreciate. Before I came into the UAE, I was working in Nigeria. I had a heart foundation. Yes, I was affecting lives. Yes. But there's a friend of mine that affected my life positively. He gave me a soft landing here in the UAE. Chris Chekube, I will always be grateful for whatever you have done. And I stand to say today on this live video that you affected my life positively. I appreciate that. And the same way, in the similar vein, I've reached out to people and extended such too. Don't feel indebted, or don't feel they owe you something for helping them. No, they don't owe you anything for helping them. I have been able to support people in their journeys. I have given people jobs that finally turned against me in this life. Okay? But you don't still stand to lose anything. Rather, you have sown a seed that in time to come, you will be remembered for it. Whether they appreciate it or not, just give. So that is point number 5. I'm going to pin this down. If you are gaining value from what I'm saying, type Judex, J-U-D-E-X. If you are gaining value from what I am saying, type, punch it there, J-U-D-E-X, Judex. All right? So the 5th point is sharing opportunities. All right? With others. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please share with your friends. Sharing opportunities with others. All right. If you are gaining value, please, I want to see Judex. Type in Judex, Judex. Punch it in. So point number 6. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Gladys. Thank you, Mama Felicia. Thank you, Rita Maria. Thank you, Ode Doris. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining. Please share with your friends, let them join. So the 6th point now is giving transparent feedback. There is a difference between giving feedback and giving transparent feedback. If somebody has done something good to you, or somebody has transacted a business with you, you have enjoyed the business, you gained value from it, what stops you from just putting a few words in a review? It could be on the person's page, it could be on the person's website, it could be referring that person. That will go a long way, because whatever you give comes back to you. Same measure or equal measures. So sharing opportunities, and then that's the 5th one, and then the 6th one is giving relevant feedbacks or transparent feedback. The feedback has to be transparent for it to be objective enough. You don't give a feedback to somebody because you feel you want to get the person down or making derogatory comments. In sincerity, give feedback to the person with all honesty. And again, if you know that your business is not delivering a certain, you're not delivering, yes, I understand that people say you fake it till you make it. Yeah, that's right. But to some extent, that can ruin your business. Because when you fake it, and then your client has keyed in or has subscribed for your business, then you were not able to deliver that product you said you would deliver. You could not deliver on your words. You know what has happened? That client, that singular client, one client, can ruin your business. That client can go and synchronize with your, or partner with your competition. Now, do you know what's going to happen? You are going to have a high cost of running your business. You will be struggling to beat your competition. That's what you're going to be doing because of that singular client that left your business and keyed into your competition. You have lost one client that has keyed into your competition, and the person will do everything to get you down. Now, how does that happen? Your competition will have to look for ways, or they will try to fix that in which you do not have. In doing that, they will get more clients, they will win more clients to themselves, and then you will be struggling. So you are going to have high cost of production, high cost of running your business. You'll be making a huge loss. The next thing that is going to follow is they would reach out and file a lawsuit against you. Before you know what is happening, you are struggling to survive and your business will sink. Just because of one customer. One client is more than enough to ruin your business. So it's always good to deliver what you say you will deliver. If you are running a business, whatever it is, if it is hair making, you say you want to do, what kind of hair am I going to use now? Okay, so we have this, the one you call, is it ponytail? So you say you're going to do a ponytail, and all of a sudden you are doing shuku and bass. Huh? Now, you did not deliver in your words. You have lost a client, and that will cost you your business and the high cost of production, high cost of running your business. Now, giving transparent feedback is essential. The 6th one, oh sorry, the 7th one. Let me pin down the 6th one here. Number 6, giving transparent feedback. In sincerity, all right? If you are still there, please let me see you punch in JUDEX. Okay? Use your like buttons if you are still with me. All right, so we move over to the 7th point. Excuse me. The 7th point is learning from mentors. Learning from coaches and mentors. You can't do it on your own. Everybody needs that one person who will hold you by the hand and show you how they did it. Everybody needs it, regardless of what you think you know. My people say, Imanka, Imankozo. If you know this, if you know A, do you know B? There is somebody who knows C even better than you do. No one is an island. So everyone needs, at some point in time or the other, a mentor or a coach. There are lots of people out there. See, there is this resource that has helped me as well, and I want to recommend it to you. Whatever it is you're doing, LinkedIn, you see LinkedIn, if you don't have a LinkedIn account, please set one up today. Set up a LinkedIn account today and be more active on it. LinkedIn, the first deal I got, the first business I've ever gotten in this life was from LinkedIn. The CEO of a particular hospital in Delta State reached out to me from LinkedIn. Hi Jude, I see you do this, you are a trainer. Do you mind coming down to Delta State to train all my staff from the highest level to the least person? Come and train them. Design your courses. We need these courses to be taught. That was the first deal, amounting to about 6-point-something million naira. That was the first deal I have ever done on LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn account, you are doing yourself a disservice. LinkedIn can transform your life. If it's a business you're running, whatever it is that matters to you, get on LinkedIn. Sell yourself. Put your best foot out there. It is called the elevator pitch. Your timeline. If you don't know how to design your timeline, please reach out to me. I can support you with that. See, it's just like your doorpost. If you have blood, if you have blood stain at your doorpost, if somebody comes to your door and then knocks and sees blood, the person, do these people, are they ritualists? But if you have welcome in front of your door and there's a smiley face in front of your door, people will want to say, okay, this person is welcoming. What you post on your timeline can ruin your life. It can ruin your business. How inviting, how interesting is it? What do you have on your profile? Some people post things carelessly. They comment on people's posts carelessly. You are doing yourself a disservice. Because time will come when you cannot undo what you have done. Time will come, you cannot delete it. The media doesn't forget. So what you really need to do to sell yourself out, LinkedIn has over 22 million people. Over 22 million people. From the highest of it to the least person. Whatever that means to you. LinkedIn, you cannot go wrong getting on LinkedIn. Okay? So, learn. The point number 7 I'm trying to make here is you need to get yourself a mentor or a coach. Some people do these services pro bono. You don't really have to pay for it. A coach is somebody who, now there's a difference between a coach and a mentor. I hope you know that. A coach, coaching is usually client-centric. Okay? So if you need to become a, or probably you need a coach, is the coach that will have to reach out to you and say, hey, I want to coach you. All right? But for a mentor, you will be the one to reach out to the mentor. So the mentoring is client-centric, while coaching is coach-centric. Do you understand that? Coaching, you need the coach to reach out. The person will reach out to you. Hey, I can help you do this. I can help you achieve this. I can help you gain success in this. I can help you be more successful at what you're doing. If it's a real estate business you're doing, you need somebody to hold you by the hand to show you how it's done. I was coached by the big boys in the industry in real estate. Before I became a HR personnel, I was coached by somebody who is in the business. Even in nursing, there are people I look up to in the practice. Whatever it is in your field, if you really want to climb, if you want to be successful at what you're doing, you need to reach out. Reach out. Say reach out. Guys, type in reach out in the box. Type it in there. Reach out. You cannot go wrong. You need to reach out to people to help support your dreams. There is something, just yesterday I reached out to somebody. I drafted a very nice message. Your message to your, the first message you sent to your potential mentor also matters. Introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Jude Onwubaramuko. The last name, right? So I'm Jude Onwubaramuko. I'm a management consultant. I need you to coach me, or I need, while I was looking for a mentor out there, I stumbled on your profile and I realized that we have common interests in management consulting. It will be my desire to have you mentor me in this pathway I have chosen. I look forward to your response. Just a short message. Reach out to people. There are people who have the stuff out there. Reach out. You don't die in silence. For those of you who are listening to the sound of my voice now, regardless of whatever it is, see, a few days ago I posted something about the fortunate sperm. Out of over 3 million sperm cells, God had deemed it necessary to have you survive it. You, that's one sperm cell. You were able to survive that journey, the whole competition, and you survived. It means there is a purpose for you to achieve on this planet Earth. God has hey, God has designed you for a purpose. Sometimes you might ask yourself, what is it that I know? What do I know? I feel this cage. What do I even know? What can I give out to people? Hey, you step out of your house every day. You have read different books. You watch people do things. Even if it is to make eyelashes, you know how to carve this eyelash, your eyelashes. It is something somebody can learn. It's a skill somebody can learn. If it is cookery, there is something someone can learn from it. There are people, hundreds of thousands of people waiting out there to listen to you talk. And they can pay, even if it's as little as 10 naira or $10 they are paying for it. I have a calculator here. Let us say you have you have this talent about makeup artistry. All right? Don't forget that makeup artistry is not a business. It's just a side hustle. It becomes a business if you have a bookkeeping, you've included or integrated bookkeeping, and you have your accounts well managed, then it becomes a business. So let's say you are into makeup artistry. or you can apply the lipstick. That is all you do. You are a professional at it. Now, you host a webinar on Zoom. And in the webinar, what people are paying is 5,000 naira to attend it. 5,000 naira to attend that. Or let's say paying $30 to attend the training. Now, if you have 100 people attending the training, 5,000 times 100 people, this is 500,000. 500,000 naira. That is what you would have gained from just a 30-minute talk or just a 1-hour talk with people to teach them how to apply the lipstick. Whatever it is, just sit back and ask yourself, what are you good at? What is your selling point? What is your unique selling proposition? If your unique selling proposition is how you know how to arrange clothes, hello, you know how to tidy up, there's something they call it do-it-yourself. You are good at crafts. You can come up to teach people how to perform that craft, and they will pay you for that service. If you are a nurse, you don't just rely on your nursing. If you are a doctor, you don't just rely on your doctor. There are other skills. Hey, how are you affecting lives? Some people are so good with, you see, when we were in secondary school, we were doing this home economics, and we are taught how to stitch. I remember doing then what we call a sleeve. So I was able to sew a sleeve when I was in secondary school because of the skill I was taught. Now, some people are good with using the needle and thread, right? They can wind it and make out a very good craft out of it. There are people out there that can listen to you. If you come out on a live session to deliver that, even if it's for 30 minutes or 1 hour, I bet you have affected lives. A second time you can come up, have another session, people will share it. One day, somebody will reach out to you. Hello, please, I see that you are good at XYZ. Can you please take me through the process? You have one client. That is a strategy. Sometimes you keep asking yourself, why are you still in the position you are? Why do you still go round the vicious cycle? Why are you struggling with life? Why are you doing things? This pen here with me was invented by somebody, right? Sorry, this pen was invented by somebody to solve a problem. And today, everybody uses pen. There is nobody, regardless of what you think you're doing, even a trader, a petty trader will need to, at some point, write down what he or she needs to do. So you need a pen, and you need to purchase it, right? Whatever it is you are good at, don't keep it to yourself. There are people, hundreds of people, thousands of people out there that can benefit from it. If you are struggling, you want to develop a training, you can reach out to me. I can get you through it. I've been in this for the past 10 years. It's not all about money. See, there are people who can give pro bono services. What they are after is how they can impact people. People are hungry to impact lives. They hunger for it. How can they affect lives? On a different day, I'm going to talk more about the enemy of ourselves, our mind. Some of you might be saying, I know some of you might be thinking, Judy's life. How do I get to do this? Hello? Nobody cares about whether you are making it or not. And when you are struggling, nobody cares about it. Nobody cares. But you are the only person that can redeem yourself from that shackle. You have no reason to be poor. Even if you were born poor, if you were born poor, that is understandable. It's probably your parents' problem. It's not your problem. But to remain poor is your own problem. If you were born poor, you were born into poverty, you can be excused. It's not your problem. My dear, it's not your fault. But it becomes your fault when you remain in poverty. If you die in poverty, not your problem, not your fault. The reason is that if you remember the story of the talents in the Bible, when God gave the talents to when the master gave talents to 3 of his slaves, and to the one who had more talents given to him, he did not utilize it. He said, the master he thinks is sensible. He gave me this talent. Okay, what did he do? He dug the talent. What talent has God given to you that you're not utilizing? You will account for it, oh. You will account for it. Whether you like it or yes, you will account for it. Definitely. If you die with that talent without utilizing it to affect lives, you will account for it. Even if it is just... Okay, now let me tell you, in case you don't know, all of us on this planet Earth, we have been given this... We have people assigned to us. As Judas, as I'm sitting here, there are people that have been assigned to me to redeem on planet Earth. And one thing I always pray for every day is, God, may I not die without redeeming or affecting those lives you have assigned to me. Who is listening to the sound of my voice today? Wherever it is you are, you have something that people are looking out for there. All right. So that brings us to the 7th point. So the 8th point now, be a brand advocate. Number 8. Be a brand advocate. Number 8, be a brand advocate. Now, how can you be a brand advocate? You don't have to go and present yourself and go for a photo shoot. Then they will take a photograph of you and put on their billboard. Or you need to present yourself on the TV. No. Being a brand advocate could be as simple as sharing one resource you think is relevant to the public. You know a particular brand that is doing really good. You know a particular brand out there that has represented. You know a particular brand that has satisfied your need for something. It could be your own place of work. You can be a brand ambassador or a brand advocate to the company you're working for. It could be somebody else who you don't even know, but you know, all you know of that person is that the person delivers quality. Value always returns back to its source. If you have given value, you will definitely get value. Be a brand advocate. Advocate for people. You know a particular person who is doing great. What stops you from sharing that person's profile? What stops you from sharing that? It doesn't remove a strand of hair from your body. By doing that, that person will recognize you. Tomorrow, if there is a need to promote that brand, the person can say, hey, are you interested? I know you've been following my brand for this period of time. Do you mind partnering with me? Success. Success. Hey, Stanley, you've done this. I see you are really you are good at promoting what people do. You will make it. You will make a good marketer or a good business development specialist. Can you get on this with me? Success. Success. Don't forget, the topic is helping others succeed while you are succeeding. That's the topic. Success. So be a brand advocate. All right. That brings us to the 9th point. The 9th point here is giving introductions. Giving introductions. All right. Giving introduction. You know somebody, okay, you're standing with a friend of yours, and then there is this particular influencer or somebody who does something well that you know. What stops you from, hey, meet this person, this person does this and that, XYZ. What stops you from doing that? Doing it promotes yourself. It gives you that sense of credibility as well. It makes that person think well of you. It makes that, thank you so much, thank you for that. Thank you for your comments, thank you. Thank you Gladys, thank you Rita Nyako, thank you. Thank you for coming on. Johnson Glory, thank you. Other glories, thank you so much. So it makes that person to think well of you. All right? Giving introductions. Please, if you have not been doing that, start it today. It worries me. Sometimes you're standing with somebody, a friend of yours just passed by. And then that friend of yours, you only just greeted the person, you shook hands with him, and then you said, okay, we'll see later. But there is somebody standing with you. What stops you from saying, hi, Dennis, this is Philomena. Or Dennis, this is Andrew. Andrew is this. He does this. Dennis does this. What stops you from doing that? If you don't do it, how will somebody know that that person can be relevant to him in his business? How will that person know? Whatever it is that matters to you, is it your education? An introduction can get you funding and scholarship. An introduction. An introduction. An introduction can save you from a deep, excuse my language, mess. An introduction. All right, so that's the 9th one, giving introductions. And then the 10th point I'm going to give you here, sorry, hold on. So the 10th point I'm going to give you here is volunteering your time. Volunteering your time. Let me put it here. Volunteering your time. Okay, so that's the 10th point. Volunteering your time. You are volunteering your time. Okay, we know that these days people are so busy with different things, with work, family issues, life challenges generally. But like I said, our local parlance that says problem no dey finish. Always have that at the back of your mind, that problem no dey finish. So you need to create that time. Create it. Somebody can ask you, oh, Jude, can you please assist me with this? Oh, okay. It's going to take 1 hour to deliver this lecture, or it will take you 1 hour to perform this action. Hey, you know that you don't have that time. You can reschedule with the person. Okay, what about if we work it out this way? I can be able to give you 1 hour on this day. You have volunteered to do that thing. Of course, things might change, plans might change. We don't own our lives. But at least the fact that you have committed yourself to that 1 hour, that could be the turning point in your life. Volunteering your time. Time is a precious gift. Time is one of the most precious things you will give to somebody. It's invaluable. You cannot quantify, you can't quantify it in monetary terms. Time. If I ask you now, how much time, how much have you paid for this talk we are having now? You cannot say, oh, this is the amount of money that this is what. You can't say. That is one asset you have. So long as you are living, regardless of what challenges you're having, it could be health challenge, it could be financial crisis, it could be your business that is dwindling. Volunteering your time could mean the difference. It could make that difference for you as well. Volunteering your time. Okay? And then the 11th point I'm going to pin down here is I'm putting it up here. So the 11th point now is recognition and appraisals. Recognition and appraisals. Or appreciation. Let me put it, recognition and appreciation. So you need to recognize those who have been helpful in your life and sincerely appreciate them. It works magic. Somebody has helped you in this life. It could be a thank you as a text. That magic word, thank you so much for this. It means a lot to me. Thank you. It doesn't, I know I don't deserve this, but you have really shown yourself to be a friend or a brother or sister. Thank you. This means a lot to me. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Show in sincerity that you are grateful for something. I'm telling you, it works magic. Guys, come closer. Let me tell you, come closer. Take this to the bank. A simple thank you can transform your life. Thank you. You could do it in form of, show it in form of a gift card. It could be a hamper, a seasonal hamper. It could be a text message or an email, a call. Thank you. I'm putting this call through to you to tell you how much I appreciate what you've done for me. Thank you. Show sincere appreciation, in depth. That's next time when the person remembers you and remembers that you wholeheartedly appreciated what they did. I'm telling you, the person will do even more. So guys, if you have really gained value from what I have said today, I want to see you hitting that like button. I want to see you hitting the like button vigorously. Tap it, punch it in. I want to see it flowing. If you have gained value from what I'm saying, send the love, send the likeness, spread it. You don't stand to lose anything. If you tap that like, if you tap that button, you will not lose anything. It will only make me know that you hold me in high esteem. It will make me know that I'm special to you, and you also are special to me. Guys, this person said she does that every time. I do that all the time. I don't tire myself. I beg, no tire. Don't tire. Nengai P. Don't get tired. See, let me tell you, it takes just one day. One day for all this good you've been doing to come back to you. Just one day. One day. One day. And you will remember this I'm telling you today. One day. So guys, thank you so much for listening to what Jude has to say. I appreciate this sincerely from the depth of my heart. It means a lot to me. Please stick around this page. You're going to be getting relevant content that is going to transform your life. It's going to catapult you to a place you've not imagined. I am willing, okay, to share my network with you. I have a very relevant network I have been able to build in the past 16 years of my career, a very relevant one, and I appreciate God and you guys for the support you have always given to me. I tell you, I'm willing to get you into the pundit place, to get you into the place that in the next 1 year, in the next couple of months, when you see yourself and remember that you stayed true to that dream, you remember that one way or the other, Jude affected your life positively. Until next time, I remain your success broker. I get you close to that success you want to achieve. Do enjoy your weekend and stay true to your dream. Bye for now.